Alright. Ideally, one would want Ala Mhigo's stake to match Ul'dah's gill for gill. In combination with cast iron contract, that should serve to prevent Lolarito from making off with all the profits. Yes, good man, Alphino, good man. Let's go and see Granddad. He's going to want to hear this.
What manner of mischief brings you youngins to Old Wat this time, eh?
They want to rebuild the Saltery, Granddad. Kelvin, tell him about the deal. Yeah, so Ul'dah's looking to invest.
Well, bugger me. We've never had the coin or the hands to put the place back to how it was, but it sounds like that's about to change. There's just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up to eat anyone who goes near the shore. The king used to send soldiers to cull the buggers, but the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us.
Don't worry, Granddad. We'll take care of all that. Commander Hex has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she'd assign me to the lock if I asked.
I'd appreciate that, Whisker, my lad. Truly I would. So does this mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours?
He's undergone resistance training, so maybe a little bit. I've been training but mostly to kill Imperials. You've some experience with hunting monsters, don't you, Kelvin? You could say that. Think you could cast an eye over a few of the local beasties and teach me how to deal with them? Sure. I'll cast an eye. Leave it to me. Let's not waste any time then. I'll see you by the lock. Whilst you're busy attending to the local fauna, I shall have Master Watt explain to me exactly what is required to restore the Saltery to its former glory. Good hunting. Alphino, you're such a good lad. Oh wait, hold on. Is there anything else to say, Watt, Alphino, before I go? What?
It does my heart good to see youngsters like my grandson giving their all to rebuild the country. Feels like anything's possible.
Needless to say, I shall impress upon our friend here the singular importance of securing a fair contract with his Dawn benefactors. Good man, Alphino. Alright, Whisker, let's take a look on the local wildlife. Let's switch to Summoner. Also, I got new pants here on Summoner from the dungeon that we did. So, just sort of like, put that in the set. Right then, Kelvin. I've got a spyglass here you can use to take a closer look at these pests. Once you got their measure, you can tell me what to do, and we'll see how well I get on. Search your surroundings for yabbies. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a yabby and inspect it with the left click. Well, learn more about the yabby. Observe the yabby and determine its vulnerabilities. Alright, don't worry. I'm a tried and true hand. Is this, I'm clicking on the yabby. I don't... How close do I gotta be to observe this thing? Maximum zoom. Discover the yabby's a weak point on this thing? It's weak underbelly. It's always the underbelly. It's mouth. It's tail, but... Sure it's not the underbelly? It's neck. What am I doing here? Somebody help me. Discover the yabby's weak point. Help. Zoom out the whole thing. Left click. Left click. Observe the Yabby to discover its vulnerabilities. What the fuck? Its claw. Its spindly ass hind legs. Where the hind legs and the torso meet. Hello? We're observing the Yabby. His little beady eyes. All right. Okay, here we go. The Yabby's jaw. Apparently the tip of its jaw is its weak point. I had to look it up. Different incline. No thanks, Tree Leaf. Yeah, that was apparently not its jaw itself. The tip of its jaw specifically. The Yabby's entire body is protected by a hard carapace, but the underside of its head looks soft and vulnerable. How are you supposed to get that? I don't know! That was bullshit. Thank God the internet had an answer for me, because other people were also having trouble with this. Ah, looks like you found a Yabby. Yeah, it was mostly stationary, thank God. They say hitting their shells like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Go for the jaw. Aim for the soft underside of its head. Just hit it as hard as you can. No, no, no. Avoid its claws. Vulnerable under the head. Are they? Right then. Wish me luck. You got this, Whiskar. Yay! The victory music as well. Smile and nod. He did it! You safely instructed him on the feeding of Yabbies. Nice, Whiskar, look at you! You did it! Way to go! Thanks, Kelwyn. I did just as you told me and the wavekin went down like a sack of popotos. Let's find something else. Send a blade right through the jaw. So right, eventually my keen adventurer eyes and the help of the Echo, aka the internet, helped me out. We got it. If we have to do this again, I'll at least know that we're looking for a very minor level of detail. I think I can handle the Yabbies now, so we should try something different. What else is out there? Search your surroundings for phobads. Okay, we've also got these weird ass sand golems. It's the eyes. It's the eyes. It's not the eyes. It's the mouth. It's the little floaty other stuff. Oh wait, hold on. We got something. We got something. Something came up there for a hot second. Ah, I knew it. It's the eyes. Go for the eyes. I knew it. I wish they had started us with this one, because the Yabbies that was really difficult considering how long the beast is. This thing has like so few physical features, I figure you'd be able to find eventually. The Phobad's hands are large and powerful, but destroying its crystallized core should render the salt golem inanimate. You sense power pulsating from behind its brow. Don't wait, I gotta read on its magic. Centered around its eye. A Phobad. How do I defeat one of those? Destroy the core within its brow. Just hit it really, really hard, as hard as you can. I like that they give us this option of just being a terrible teacher. It's like, I don't know, I just hit things really hard. I'm not really a strategist. Destroy the core within its brow. Inside its head, is it? I'll try to stab it right between the eyes then. Yay! Our protege. Protege. That's the right word. Prodigy, protege. Slightly different. It's not easy fighting with the liberator of Ala Mhigo watching your every move. Jess, I'm not here. I'm not here, Whisker. You got this. I got the job done. I like that line. It's not easy when you're looking at me do your every move. It's alright, you're doing great. Thanks for the advice, Kelvin. I feel a lot better prepared for my patrols now. Anyway, we should head back to the Saltery before Granddad starts to worry I've been snipped into pieces and fed to the Yabby's hatchlings. Yeah, there's also apparently the Soblins, like over there. These little creatures. You gotta be careful because they're explodey. Those ones will get ya. Alright. Let's hurry up and tell Granddad how the hunt went. It'll set his mind at ease. For the merchants of Ulha, a well-constructed contract is both sword and shield. Indeed. And what must understand this if we are to meet them on an even field? Speaking of battles, does Whiskar seem equal to the task of thinning the lock's monster population? He certainly seemed eager enough. Yeah, he did good. He did good. As long as he doesn't get overwhelmed and he has a buddy, because the buddy system, he'll be fine. Someone to watch your back. I see you've returned in one piece. Dealt with those beasties then, did you? I fought them off myself, after a bit of instruction from Kelvin here, once I've shared what I've learned with the others, we should have no trouble keeping the shoreline clear. Heck yeah. Good lad. A fine young lad you become, Whiskar. A fine young man indeed. And too often of late I hear tales of folks over in the city, drunk on victory and hungry for revenge. A head stuck firmly in the past. I might want to give this man a different voice. We sort of gave the Alagana Elder this voice. But I don't know, this guy's giving me maybe different vibes. But I know my voice is suddenly gonna change. But we need to set our sights in the future. On things which will improve our lot. Things like getting the Saltery ready to welcome our long-lost countrymen. We're just gonna tone it down a notch. Complete. Anything else to say, Watt? It'll be nice to have some resistance lads and lasses around to watch over us. No one wants to worry about being dragged into the locks while you're just trying to get an honest day's work done. Granddad and his friends are already hard at work. The rest of us can do no less, eh? Heck yeah. Also, hold on, let me swap back over here. Just in case there's any either pertinent lines. Just in case they toss that at us. Ooh, Dairyu Myaku weapon coffer. Oh, heck yeah. We will do that for White Mage. Alphino seems satisfied that he and Watt are of one mind. It seems Whiskar has the Saltery's security well in hand. I, meanwhile, have discussed the next steps with Master Watt and completed my inspection of the site. Nicely done, Alphino, busy bee. With a little work, the vacant buildings here could be made into very presentable dwellings. That was apparently the vibe that I also got when I briefly passed through this place. Message from General Alden. Apologies for the interruptions, miss, but the General would speak with you at your earliest convenience. Okay. Questioning head tilt. Do not feel obliged to wait around on my account. I will remain here to hammer out the finer details with Watt and act as an intermediary with our business partners in Ul'dah. You should go. General Alden asks that you wait for him by the main gate in Ala Mhigo Quarter. My apologies again, miss. Fare you well. No problem. No, I understand. Apparently a lot of people wish to speak with me. Oh, he does have a new line to say. Alphino's a bright lad, isn't he? He is. I told him we would need to repair the place, and he tallied up the total cost on the spot. And it wasn't a small number either. Alphino's sharp, man. Him and his sister, the youngest ever to be admitted to the scholarly or whatever. Did I mention how proud of them I am? I love them. I'll ask Commander Hex to assign a squad to patrol the Saltery's harvesting and fishing spots, and I'll be sure to tell them what you told me. Share the wisdom, Whiskar. Pray, leave the administrative tasks to me. General Alden will be waiting. Okay, Alphino, be safe. You too, Whiskar. Alright, if I'm getting a weapon for White Mage, let's swap over to White Mage real quick. We're gonna be getting rid of, I guess, our really cool, but, you know, also very colorful feather staff here that goes with this set. I like it. We do have, like, just sort of like this feathers that come out here. I like that. It's sort of like birchwood kind of vibe. I like that. So, you know, it seems very natural. It's got the cool glowy stuff when you activate it. Specifically when you activate it, and then the butterflies, obviously, is very swanky. I wish it glowed normally with that wasn't just an activation effect, but I think it's cool. It's good staff. Alright, he said by the gates. Now, I don't know if he means on the outside or the inside. Zoom in. On the inside. Okay. We could talk to the gate guard there and he'd let us in or whatever, but we can just fly over the wall and then whoop down here. Oh, this is where we're waiting for him? Alright. Waiting. Raubahn? Hello? Oh. The beautiful night sky over the Garabanya Mountains. Sky gazing while we're waiting.
Apologies for the wait.
Oh, voiced. No problem, Raubahn. Give us some time to chill.
People are screaming for the butcher's blood again.
Again.
No sooner have we broken up one mob than another forms. Thankfully, all have been amenable to reason, thus far.
What do you want me to do about it? Yeah, you want me to do something?
It is no concern of yours.
It could be my concern. Just tell me what to do. I can go look menacing in front of the building. I'm good at looking menacing.
We must speak of the men Arenvald and his comrades apprehended in the peaks.
By their
Arnvald's his
uniforms,
companion.
the captives were first judged to be Imperial troops. But after further investigation, their true identities came to light.
The captives were first judged to be Imperial troops, but after further investigation, the true identities came to light.
I dare say you remember Yuyuhasi and Laurentius, the fugitives who conspired with Captain Ilberd in the Crystal Brave's betrayal.
Yes. I remember them.
Aye, well, it would seem they followed him all the way to the wall.
They did.
It was they who orchestrated the slaughter of the resistance fighters prior to the Griffin's infernal ritual.
They did. I recall that cutscene. I don't think, Kelwyn didn't see that, but we saw that.
Were it in your hands, how would you punish these men?
Oh, fuck my life. Laurentius already got a second chance. Let's think. We wouldn't execute them. I mean, they cost the lives of the people at the wall. They sided with Ilberd. They were part of the Crystal Braves people. I don't know, like, you say has always said, like, I'm about profit, but I don't think that's true based on what he's done. So we have no clue about Yusei's motives. Laurentius seemed, at least from what we saw, honest about wanting to free Ala Mhigo. But he already got his second chance, and he's just like, he's a shithole through and through, honestly. It's not that great. So we're not going to execute them, though. First of all, trial. So they can stand trial in front of the people of Ala Mhigo for their crimes. Especially the resistance, because they were responsible for a lot of the resistance people being slaughtered on top of the wall. And then, I don't know, we can keep them imprisoned and, I don't know, indentured service to help rebuild Ala Mhigo, and then determine what to do with them from there. I mean, this is an interesting situation, like what to do with someone who has done a lot of bad crimes, but you don't want to execute, or hasn't, you don't kill them upon facing them, and who has no regrets for their actions. What do you do with them? Like, you try to work towards rehabilitation, right? Like, how does one do that? It's good questions, because you don't want to just be like, all right, imprison them forever. And if they're not, like, a current danger to themselves or others. I don't know. Their lives would be forfeit. Execution is not the answer. Wow, we're really getting the decision on what we think is right here. I mean, we've killed several people. we've killed several people, but But yeah, execution is not the answer. I mean, if we're building the Ala Mhigan, if we're looking to start as this is the start of the Ala Mhigan justice system from the base up, would we want execution to be on the table for the Ala Mhigan justice system? And I don't know if we would want that, because it has so many ways that it can be abused. I mean, look at Ishgard and the heretics, that people being accused of heretics left and right and being killed. You know? Like, we don't want to be Ishgard, guys. Execution is not the answer.
You would spare these animals? Yours is a more merciful brand of justice than mine.
Like I said, Raubahn, they're not, like, they're assholes, and if we let them go, they'll probably continue to be assholes, but they're not currently, like, they can be reasoned with. There's potential that they can be reasoned with, and therefore outright killing them I don't know if the answer. I don't know enough. Trial at the very least.
In any event, I thank you for your honesty. When the time comes for the Alliance to pass judgment, I'll see that your opinion is heard.
Wow, we really get a choice with that there. Hey, you know Laurentius and Yu Hase, should they be killed? It's not what Lise would want either. Like I said, if we were laying the foundation here for what the Ala Mhigan justice system could look like, then yeah, let's not be Ishgard. I don't know how it's like in the other capital cities, because we haven't seen the justice system at work in, like, Ul'dah or Gridania. Like, we know that people get imprisoned in Gridania, but I imagine Merwa probably kills people. Probably there are indeed executions. But I think Ala Mhigo has probably had its fill of executions.
But there is more, I would say.
I mean,
walk with me.
Walk with you, okay. That concludes our business here, but there is more, I would say. Walk with me. Okay. Anyway, I was just saying, I think Ala Mhigo has had its fill of executions, considering the Tyrant King had so many of them. Let's not start on that foot. Alright, Raubahn, let's walk. Also, you, Pippin. Always a pleasure. Ooh, up here on one of the little towers overlooking Ala Mhigo. Yeah. Why out here, Raubahn?
I bear a share of the blame for Ilberd's atrocities.
No, you don't.
Had I openly supported the cause of Ala Mhigan liberation, he might not have felt driven to do what he did.
I mean, mayhap, but was that, could you have been in that position where you would, like, is that a position you could have feasibly been in without endangering yourself? I don't know. That's a maybe or an if. There's lots of maybes or if on Ilberd's part too. Maybe if he had trusted you. Maybe if he had spoken more with you. Maybe if he hadn't considered his people's lives forfeit to his cause. There's many ifs and maybes and potentials. Different paths, different ways things could have gone. don't get lost in thinking too much about them.
Things could have been different, and I'm sorry they aren't.
Yeah, me too. What can you do? Yeah, shake said.
But even after all that has happened, my homeland is free. With the Scions and the Alliance at their side, my countrymen have reclaimed what many thought lost forever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, after 20 years, yeah.
Under her new leadership, I have every confidence that Ala Mhigo will emerge from the shadow of the Empire and rise once more to greatness.
I hope so.
Which means my work here is done. Soon, I will return to Ul'dah and take my place at the Sultana's side.
Pippin? Pippin is now your moment? Pippin's here for a reason. Pippin, are you gonna be like, no, father, let me do that? Is that what's gonna happen? Oh, I have the seriousness
Father.
here. Pippin, time to step up, lad.
I'll not deny there's a part of me that wants to stay.
Mm-hmm.
The same part that contemplated renouncing my rank and joining you as a wandering sellsword.
Really? Truly? Join the Scions, Raubahn. You're welcome.
But I pledged my blade to Nanamo, and I will not betray that oath.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough indeed, though Nanamo would want you to go where your heart is. Just putting that on the table. But yeah, you value your friendship with Nanamo. That's good too. But maybe Pippin. Maybe there's a way both could happen. Pippin!
Is this truly what you want, Father?
Pippin, step up. Say you'll somehow become the Syndicate member. I don't know how that would work. You'll become the Syndicate member, and you'll be Nanamo's blade, and you'll be the new Immortal Flames leader.
It is. Ever has my sword been hers to command, and ever shall it remain.
All right. Well, fair enough. Guy's made his decision.
Thank you for lending an ear. When all the rest are clamoring for me to stay, I trust you'll send me on my way.
Really? You need somebody to tell you to leave? Is that what you're looking for here? If you made your choice, Raubahn, then what can anyone do to convince you? I know it's hard that your heart is a little bit torn here. That's fair enough. But I won't tell you to stay if you feel like you're sworn elsewhere. Now we're not even getting a moment of what we would reply there. I thought we were going to get a reply. But nope, we just sort of like fade out there into the starry night sky of Ala Mhigo. Arnvald? I was just on my way to the Saltery. It's lucky I saw you. Pippin? Arnvald seems flustered. Something is amiss. That took longer than I intended, but at least you know where I stand. Now that that's settled, Arnvald, what news? We may have a problem, sir. A group of Ananta has arrived at the main gates, and I don't mean the Vera. These are Kalyana, the ones that summon the Primal. Oh shit. At the main gates? Really? They're insisting they be allowed to attend the council. Lisa's trying to reason with them, but she may need help. Let them attend the council. By all means, they live here. Let them attend the council. An invitation was extended to all native beast tribes, but we assumed the Kalyana would refuse it out of hand. We'd best go and see for ourselves. Pippin, take command of the forces and be ready for battle. If they came here because they wanted to be on part of the council, then they've made the first steps to extend their hand in diplomacy. We can do naught but accept them. Kelwyn, you've done with these Kalyana before. I'd have you at my side. Fuck yeah. This is so cool. Alright, let's go. Where are we going? Okay, to the front gates. Do-do-do. The very front gates? No, okay, a little bit down ways. Once again, this is a very, like, grand entranceway. A lot of stairs, though. Like, look at this. Pretty steep as well. But yeah, a lot of stairs. Oh, here they are. Is that the leader? The matriarch? Whatever. Please. Diplomacy, diplomacy. Oh, not voiced. Kelwyn, Raubahn. God, it's good to see you. Oh, she's gonna speak more. Hello. 'Tis me. Is this a problem that I'm here, actually? This could be a problem. Ah, the Slayer has come. It's no violence, peace. We have not forgotten how you sinned against the Lady of Bliss. But we did not come here to shed blood. And I did not either. Peace. You claim to seek harmony with all who call Gerbanya home. If this is truly your wish, you will welcome us as envoys of the Ananta. Indeed. It is our wish, and you are welcome. But we cannot condemn something of primals. Like, just tacking that on there. If you want to enter the palace, I must ask that you first surrender any crystal jewelry. They wouldn't summon a primal in the middle of it, Lise. Don't worry about it. Lise, don't do this. You have my word that it'll be returned. Dude, who knows? How did they even summon the primal the first time? Like, it was because they had crystals on them? The first time that they summoned them, they didn't have like the necessary preparations for it. I mean, we've seen primals get summoned out of a freaking sword and like a other stuff, you know, like imbued with ether and eyes and whatever other nonsense. Like, you know, I don't know. Guess most of them are summoned from crystals, but still. You have my word that it will be returned to you when the meeting is over. You will do as you ask. Okay. But you will not have our weapons. We are not so foolish as to place ourselves entirely at the mercy of our tormentors. Okay, that's fair. Then you won't begrudge us also keeping our weapons. I reckon that the closest we're going to get to a compromise, and we will have people standing guard. Aye. Let them keep their swords. And we have an agreement. Lead the way to your meeting chamber. Yay! Diplomacy. That went well. I was expecting a little bit of a lashback from asking from their jewelry, considering how important it is to them, but... Alright. Why do I have a feeling we've welcomed a viper into our midst? I mean, the Kaliana are, from what I... very, like, isolationist people. Their stance of the empires was they don't bother us, we don't care for whatever they do. But I think this is a good sign. And I don't think they would go out of their way to, like, I don't know if this is a secret revenge plot or something like that. If they're going to try to assassinate me in revenge for slaying their god. I'm not sure about. We didn't really establish the level of tempering that may or may not have happened with the Kaliana. But I think this is a good sign. All right. All right. This is level 50. I'll have to do this. I'm level 80. I think I bought a weapon. I'll keep that for now. I have to remember I have that. Because if we need a level 50 weapon on my, paladin, we'll see. Alright. The Idiomaku weapon coffer. We are on White Mage. So this is item level 370, which is better than what we currently have, which is 290. So we will take this. Equip. Alright, so here's the Daidyomaku weapon. I already saw this because I was looking at the tombstone veneer before. So it's nice. It actually goes with the White Mage garb a little bit with the pink at the top. So it does have a special activation thing. There we go. It's got the flower opens at the top and the crystal activates. As well as this light up little portion here lights up. So it's a nice staff. It's an okay staff. It looks great when it's activated, but when it's deactivated, it's a little plain. But I guess it's a good option for some people that, you know, prefer things to look a little bit more plain. But yeah, it's good. All right. Let's keep it this for now. Also, I'm surprised. I thought like they were gonna have. Oh, hold on a second. I need to talk to Arnveld. I thought they would have already had the meeting while I was away with Nanamo, but apparently they're still preparing for it. So heck yeah, we still get to witness that. Turning the Kaliana away now would have made a mockery of Lisa's promise to give everyone a say. She couldn't not let them in. Is the right thing to do. Return of the Bull. Oh, isn't this in the flowery area, the menagerie? But Nanamo's there. Dress up Raubahn. Dress up? You like give him little different outfits. Raubahn seems unconvinced by the Kaliana's sincerity. This Kaliana elder's intentions seem at odds with all we know of her tribe. What think you, Kelvin? I mean, like I said, they could be plotting, but I think it's a good sign. The enthralled cannot be trusted. Mayhap even the enthralled can learn to compromise. Why do they say specifically the enthralled here? They don't say tempered, so they don't mean tempering. right? They wouldn't mean tempering here, right? They said, but we specifically mentioned the enthralled, but not tempered, which is what we've come to know it as. We don't say the Kalyana, we say the enthralled. I mean, I assume they were tempered, but our usual thing with tempered subjects is to put them to the blade. I say mayhap they can even learn to compromise. You'll believe an understanding can be reached. Which is not entirely unheard of, I suppose. Those who followed Saint Shiva eventually sought reconciliation with Ishgard. Those who followed Lady Iceheart, yeah. Those who, if we ever seek peace to the realm, then we have to seek peace with the ones who summon primals. We have to seek peace with them, right? Especially if we want to fight the machinations of the Asians. Their whole deal is to have primals summoned and make the people more desperate to summon even more powerful primals and throw the realm into chaos. And we need seek a stop to that cycle. Whatever the truth, I would take no chances. The guards must be strengthened, ideally with people who know a thing or two about primals. Can we rely on the Scions? Of course. Yeah, the Scions know things about primals, but we got no fighters of primals except for maybe me and Arnvald. Arnvald, you willing to take on a primal with me? No, it's alright. They wouldn't dare summon one here. They wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past them trying to assassinate me, though. I'll round up our comrades and send them to the Ala Mhigo quarter. You can go on ahead if you like, Cohen. My thanks. I'll see you in the palace. See you later, Arnvald. Alright, back to the Ala Mhigo quarter. This mountain zone, though, I have to admit, does, like, lack a lot. Like, all of the zones of, the Girabania do really, lack a lot for, like, there's the little bit of the green area here in the fringes. That's the edge of the Black Shroud, the 12's Wood, the east end. But the rest of it, the peaks, the fringes, it's so devoid of greenery. Like, not even patches. Like, there is this one place in the peaks where they have that big tree. I wish they had extended that idea of the zone a little bit. Like, I guess the point is that we're above the tree line, but this is Fantasyland. I mean, look, we have trees here. I think it would have been cool if we had, like, a little bit of a diversity. But they're good zones. They're good zones. As we have a lot of green in Doma. Oh, hello. A sightseeing location. Don't think I ever would have found this one. Oh, interesting. I have to jump down onto it. Hello? Is this not close enough to be on top of the vista? Okay, there we go. / lookout. Oh, wow, they've changed the sightseeing stuff so that it comes up immediately so you don't have to search for it. Wow, I like this. Nice job, Final Fantasy. Look at that. With 6.1 they did. Cool. A residential area situated to the south in Ala Mhigo under Garland rule, it was assigned for the use of the An, those lowliest subjects of the Empire not accorded citizenship. During that time, it was also known as the Paragon Quarter, a reference to the derogatory name by which the Imperial occupiers called Ala Mhigan natives. Alright, swanky. Turns out getting lost in these streets was beneficial. Interesting little nook here. Okay, here we are. Destination. Ishtola! Thancred! All the scions. Or, you know, like, most of the scions. Kelwyn, I've brought reinforcements. Alice is still recovering. And, you know, Kryle probably as well is recovering. Arnvald told me of the arrival of our unexpected guests, and I agreed that it would be prudent to call upon Y'shtola and Thancred as well. Cool. One can never be too careful when dealing with the enthralled. You guys say the enthralled. Are they tempered? Tell me straight. I'm not familiar with it. I've given Y'shtola and Thancred sort of like accented voices, but they don't want them to be too similar. I'm not familiar with the Kaliana tribe myself, but I'll say reports suggest that they shun contact with other races. Despised it, in fact, even compared to other Ananta. Indeed, this apparent reversal in attitude is most curious. No one expected a response to our invitation unless an envoy. Maybe our pleas to try to parlay with them found root in good soil within their people. Maybe they thought on it and they realized they were willing to try. I imagine Lise was forced to make some rather hasty arrangements in order to accommodate them. Speaking of which, should we deploy ourselves? The meeting is to be held in the throne room. It would seem wise to have eyes both inside and outside the palace. Y'shtola and I can stand guard without. That leaves the three of you to keep watch over proceedings in the throne room itself. Nod. Understood. We should join General Alden inside then. Kelwyn, do you know of the rear entrance to the palace? It's on the eastern edge of the city at the top of the stairs. The guard there should have been instructed to let you pass. To let us pass. Alright, out this way. Okie dokie. Oh wow, look at this. Alright, they're all out here too. Alright. Thancred, Y'shtola, I feel like it's been a bit. Leave external security to us, Kelwyn. I scouted around the palace quite extensively while I was searching for Kryle, so I know the lay of the land. As fortune would have it, I visited Valga's Reach to look in on Alice. She sends her regards. Thanks, Y'shtola. A little bit of an update about Alice there. She sends her regards. Ah yeah, Alice, poor lass. The rear entrance to the palace is just up these steps. The guards shouldn't weave us through. If we could somehow come to an understanding with the Kaliana, it would represent a great step towards resolving the primal dilemma in Ala Mhigo. I only hope they are sincere in their intentions. Yeah, me too. You're with the Scions, miss. General Allen left orders that you were to be escorted inside. If you'll follow me. Enter the royal palace? Yes, let's go.